I promised you a big celebrity, someone who's never been on QVC before, but someone who is no stranger to any of you who watch Food Network, who love great cooking. Alton Brown is joining us today. Alton, come join us. Nice to see you.
It is nice to be here. It is indeed.
Welcome, welcome. It's good to have you on our show for the very first time. So, brand new cookbook, my friend.
Indeed. Brand new. It's, gosh, my first one in about 5 years.
Well, you've been busy doing a few other things like Cutthroat Kitchen, Good Eat.
I've been busy.
Kitchen Stadium, or Iron Chef, rather. So,
yeah.
all those great things. Now, this book is all about the kind of everyday foods that you love at home. Is that right?
This is my home recipes, basically. If you came to my house and had breakfast, lunch, or dinner, this is what you would eat. And
well, over 100 recipes inside the book, and all of these are signature Alton Brown with some great. All of these are signature Alton Brown with some great witticisms with every single recipe. I love your General's fried chicken. I understand you love it too. He'll be enjoying that throughout the show for a snack, apparently. So we're looking forward to that. Oh, you're going to get along here for just fine because we tend to be big eaters here at In the Kitchen with David. So it's all good.
You just keep talking.
I'll do that. All right. That's what I do best. Hey, let's talk about chocolate chess pie. That's also coming up in Alton's brand new book. And how about have your bacon a little candy too? The lacquered bacon with the chicken. Of course. All right. We've got it all coming together for you. This book is $23 and change. You're looking at over 100 recipes, all signature Alton Brown everyday eats, the kinds of goodies that he loves at home. And even the cover photo has you eating french fries in bed.
And look, you can use the bacon as a bookmark.
As a bookmark. See there? It might get a little messy over time, but it would add so much fragrance to the book, I think. Hey, young man, we're looking forward to that. We'll get you a napkin. I think we're all fresh out of napkin. Guys, can we get a napkin? Or my apron, if that would work too. There you go. Perfect, perfect. Whatever. Sleeve if you need it. Okay, let me know. All right, so, Alton Brown, we'll see you in a bit.
Okay.
Someone take care of Alton. Get him a napkin. Not before we check back in with our Mary and our very special guest today.
Super pumped, by the way, new word, to have Alton Brown here on In the Kitchen with David. Hi, Alton Brown.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. This is a very large place and there are a lot of people and I'm frightened and confused by all the robots. But other than that, I'm good.
There actually are a lot of robots.
There are
I am
a lot
one
of
of
robots.
them. We're talking about everyday cooks. And you know what? This is a delicious book. Not only because
you kept my bacon little place marker in there. So
you guys, this book is coming up in Cookbook Corner. It is from Alton. Is this your first cookbook in how long?
5 years.
Wow.
First in 5.
Been a little busy.
Yes, I was a little busy, but actually it's just taken me a long time to write it. Not the whole 5 years.
Oh
but
my!
It's taken me a while.
Is that peach? Oh.
Yeah, it's like a cobbler kind of thing.
That looks delicious.
And I'm proud because we actually all the photographs were taken with an iPhone.
Did you really?
Yeah.
You're kidding me.
No.
Oh my gosh.
iPhone.
You guys, 300 books are already gone. Please feel free to pick up yours early before Cookbook Corner, but definitely.
That was all my mom. Mom, thank you for buying the 300 books.
And I just want to say, too, that we are playing on Twitter, and we have
heard of this.
We have a Twitter poll for you to answer.
Okay.
What tool does Alton use every day in his kitchen? And we had a write-in say that they think you use nutmeg from your pocket every day. Do you have that nutmeg with you today?
Well, it's not technically a tool.
It could be if you wield it like a sword.
There. I'm not going to wield it like a sword, but I could, like, pop you on the head with it. Ow, that kind of hurts.
So much my noggin is hard. You can join us on Twitter. You can play and chat along with us on Facebook as well. But we are going to have a lot more Alton coming up on In the Kitchen with David. And I'm going to tell you lots more stories, so I know that's exciting. We're going to go back to David right now.
Robots.
And we're going to keep chatting over here.
A lot of robots.
All right, we've got Alton Brown coming up in Cookbook Corner. Very excited about it. Yes, I am.
Not quite. Oh, hello. We're talking all things food because you are very proud to be an everyday cook. I read in your foreword.
Absolutely. That's why the book's called Everyday Cook.
I love that.
I cook every day. I'm an everyday cook. I'm not like some fancy cook. So
we already have 900 books gone.
900 books already gone?
Yes.
We only printed 700, so that's...
We are handwriting.
Mom, this is all my mother's doing. Every birthday and Christmas present I've gotten for the last 5 years came from QVC because that's what my mother does.
What's
They're
her
like,
first name?
oh my, I'm not going to tell you because she gets enough. No, Phyllis. Phyllis is the first name.
Hi,
so
Phyllis.
she bought all the books. However many you sold were all sold to my mother.
That's quite a credit limit. I'm impressed.
She's got that special card.
You have about 100 recipes in the book.
Yes, there are exactly 100 recipes.
Exactly 100
Exactly
recipes.
100.
You guys, I cannot encourage you enough to pick up your copy now because Cookbook Corner is going to be fast and furious. And quite frankly gone. So,
and it's just great because it means I won't have to go on book tour because that was going to be a really long trip. We'll just sell everything here and then I can stay home, which...
So coming up in how many minutes? Probably
Not
about
many.
10. So Alton, you stay here, I'll hang out, and then David, we're going to toss over to you, but we are going to possibly eat some things off your table.
I'm staying here because I'm surrounded by robots and they frighten me.
And we're losing our minds. We're so excited.
So much fun. Let's get over here and get started. We've got lots of excitement for you. Well, let me tell you that this name and the man that you're about to meet is not unfamiliar to any of you, because if you watch Food Network any amount of time, you're familiar with Good Eats, you're familiar with Iron Chef, you're familiar with Cutthroat Kitchen, and you're also familiar with the man, the legend, Alton Brown. We're excited to be able to bring his first ever cookbook to QVC. Not his first cookbook, but the first one ever on QVC, and the first one that he's written in now 5 years with his very busy schedule with a lot going on. This is an exciting opportunity to take a peek inside Alton's own personal kitchen, because these recipes are his everyday eats. Let's welcome him in and let you know that already over 1,400 books are gone. Alton Brown, welcome, sir.
Thanks very much.
Nice to have you here. This is such an honor.
Thank you.
Really, really exciting. And you know what? This is something so exciting because when we watch you on Food Network, you are a virtual food encyclopedia. You know so much about food. I'm embarrassing you, I know. But this is the kind of thing that you pride yourself on. You know a lot about food. You know a lot about ingredients.
I like to teach.
And you like to teach, exactly. But this book is a glimpse inside your own kitchen. This is a glimpse inside the kind of food that you love to eat and love to serve, right?
But I don't eat everything in bed upside down. But French fries.
Not every day.
French fries, yes.
Exactly, yeah.
French fries.
Well, you've heard me say that cheese is probably God's most perfect food, so is fries. So you've got a great opportunity here, but I think it's so exciting to see what you eat, the kinds of foods you serve, and what you're serving is the kind of foods we love to have, right?
I would like to think so.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, most chefs really, at the end, eat pretty normal food. We just tend to mess with it a little bit, you know, which is kind of like everything here is unified by the fact that these are all very recognizable foods, but I've just kind of played with them a little bit and done some things
and of course, Alton Brown's signature humor and his marvelous food encyclopedia comes through as well, because when you read the head notes to each recipe, you talk about funny little anecdotes and things that go along with the food to make it interesting.
And I try to use words with at least 5 syllables.
Whenever possible.
Yeah, whenever possible, because they impress. 5 syllables always better than.
Well, let's talk a little bit about General's fried chicken. You were snacking on this earlier.
I ate like 6 pieces. Yeah.
Well, good for you. I mean, it's lunchtime after all. Yeah. But talk to us about your fried chicken.
Well, it's the General's because, of course, most people think that the Colonel's chicken is the best. So a General would be better than a.
Oh, so you jumped you jumped rank, didn't you?
I did. I jumped rank. You know, the thing people ask, what's the most important ingredient in fried chicken? It's actually patience. Because, yeah, between the dredging and the actual breading, allowing time for the chicken to just sit so that it really adheres to that outer crust is a very, very, very big deal. So this also uses 2 different forms of starch, cornstarch and flour, which helps the breading to bond better.
I've heard that.
And the liquid has bourbon in it.
Oh, good morning.
Why? Because
it's bourbon. That's why. That's the only reason. Yeah. Now, let's talk, Alton, if we can, about bacon. Now, I know you used it as a bookmark earlier.
I did.
I think it's God's most. I call it the divine swine.
Mary ate it.
Did Mary eat the bacon?
Along with 3 pages of the book, I understand, from what the crew.
Well, it's a little bit habit. She's hungry too.
Yep.
She's gluten-free, so she got to get it where she can. This is important because this is what you call lacquered bacon.
It is lacquered.
This lacquered bacon is candied bacon, isn't it?
It is candied, but with a lot of pepper, both red pepper and black pepper.
So
I was sitting one day looking at baking, thinking, how could this possibly be better? If it was candy, that's how it would be better.
That's how you would make it better.
And I mean, look at it. It says "eat me" in a way that so few foods actually do. But it's a balance between the sugar candy coating, which makes it crisp, and the pepper, the red pepper and the black pepper.
Oh my gosh!
I'm just gonna put that right back in there.
I think you should, because we're going to send that with you on the airplane for later when you leave on your 20-city book tour, right?
I will use that on the flight attendants.
Hey, let's take a look inside the book, because Alton, you told Mary earlier that every one of your photos was taken with a cell phone?
An iPhone. Every single photo in the book was taken with an iPhone from directly overhead. That was the rule. So it's kind of a nod to the Instagram generation.
Well, 2,300 of your books are gone now. You're going to love the great variety of recipes here. This is just so exciting. Oh, there's the bacon. The lacquered bacon. So easy to do, and you really kind of make this kind of cooking easy for all of us to follow, don't you?
Well, because it kind of is. You know, making food easy is usually about the way recipes are written.
Correct.
It's not really that the food is ever complicated, it's usually that the recipes are written in a very complicated way. And because this is stuff that I make pretty much every day, you know, it was just a matter of trying to communicate that in a way that would make it easy for,
we've
for
got
people's
to
everyday
talk
lives.
about meatloaf because this is classic comfort food. Tell us about your meatloaf.
Well, my meatloaf's a little different because, number one, instead of using a binding agent like oatmeal, I just cut to the chase and crumble up potato chips. So this is held together with potato chips, and then once it's glazed, it's smoked. I cook this in a smoker, so it's like a combination of barbecue and meatloaf at the same time.
We have quite a few smokers sold on QVC, so a lot of you could make this smoked meatloaf at home, right?
You can smoke it and then completely cook it in the smoker, which is what I do, and I think that kind of ups it. You know, meatloaf is and also uses several different kinds of meat. It's got pork and beef in it, so that you get a mixture of flavors and textures, which I think is important for
It's also incredibly moist. The glaze is marvelous. That's not a ketchup glaze. That's something very special.
No, that's wicked sorcery right there.
Wicked sorcery.
Yeah,
and it's smoky, and all this gives way to something I do when I get a little inspired. A little happy dance on that. Wow, that's amazing. This meatloaf is out of this world. Can we talk? I know it's scary, isn't it? Let's talk about your chess pie.
Okay, chess pie.
Here we go.
I can talk about chess pie. You know, chess pie is a southern standard. The interior of a pecan pie is a chess pie, technically speaking.
True.
But I decided to turn it into the base for a chocolate meringue pie. And here's the thing. A lot of people have a problem with chocolate meringue pie because it's usually set with starch, which makes it weep and get goopy.
Right.
This one's not, because chess pies are set with eggs, so it's more of a custard. It's also a very, very intense flavor. I put nuts in the crust and very often chocolate nibs in the actual meringue. So this is like, if you're going to eat one pie a year, this would probably, for me, it would be this
It's
pie.
the way you want to go, and I love that you have the chocolate nibs in the meringue, because the meringue sometimes can be a great big fork full of nothing.
Fork full of nothing. I think that if it's going to be the majority of the pie, which it is here, that the meringue ought to be pretty great by itself. And you just you hit it with a blowtorch at the end, which is a great excuse to go to the hardware store.
And make it pretty, right?
Because you want a bigger blowtorch. Everybody here working on the floor knows the power of a blowtorch.
Exactly.
Simply
And real quickly before we wrap up, bread pudding.
Bread pudding, that is a bread pudding that has a fair amount of bourbon in it. And I like to think that mine's a little different because I actually use several different dried fruits. And it's dried cherries that are really the kind of secret ingredient in that particular one.
And tell me about this chicken salad. This is your big fat Greek chicken salad, is that right?
Yes. Well, after the movie Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Sure.
I'm like an addict for chicken salad, but I'm also a really big addict for Greek flavors. So every time I have leftover chicken of any type, it becomes that salad.
That is awesome. Stay on the line for this. This begins Alton's 20-city book tour, and we are so thrilled and honored that you would make us your first stop.
Absolutely.
Let me also tell you that now over, how many? 3,200 books are gone, and we're very, very busy on our phone lines. All the best to you, sir.
Thank you.
Come back and visit with us, would you?
Have me back.
We would love that. Come over and join your Mary here.
Me? Join her?
Yes, because I'm going to go this way, and you guys take it away.
Your Mary. That's going to start some stuff.
Yeah, he's already gone. He's already in his limo.
You know what? You were our Twitter question today. It's going to magically.
I was a question?
Yes, you were.
Okay.
We have an In the Kitchen with David poll during every show. So Alton Brown is here today with his new cookbook. What kitchen tool do you think he uses every day?
Am I supposed to tell you the correct answer?
Yes, because do you see what won?
Yeah, wooden spoon is not correct. Actually, the right next to the bottom, spring-loaded tongs.
I love that.
In the kitchen every day.
Because you don't like a unitasker.
Hate unitaskers.
I know.
Don't like them. I like multitaskers, or better yet, polytaskers, which are better than multitaskers.
Thank you so much. Will you please come see us every Sunday? That's not realistic.
No.
Okay.
That's not realistic.
Maybe one more time?
I can come back another Sunday and another time.
Okay.
And we'll have fun then.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for being here. We are going to toss over to David, and David's over this way.
Exactly.
It's time for